Got my pudding. Go. Cool. All right, give me 1 second here. Just doing some housekeeping real quick, trying to make this thing public. All right, let's mute that. Looking good. We got some stragglers on LinkedIn. No, no cat. Cool. Pretty cool. All right, well, let's get it started. What we're going to show today is pretty interesting stuff. It's basically just how to kind of set up your nextdoor.com page and get you some success out there in the world. So nextdoor.com, if you don't know what it is, it's pretty cool. It's, I don't want to call it Facebook for your neighborhood, but it's essentially Facebook for your neighborhood. There's a lot of neat things you can do with it. And I'll actually kind of log in here super quick to show you. But what we'll do is, let's do this. Let me log in. Let me actually figure this out. Sorry, I gotta switch screens here real quick. I don't want you guys logging into my Nextdoor account, right? It'd be kind of weird. But let's see what we can do here. Woo woo. Mm-hmm. And I actually have this set up right now. I just posted on Nextdoor about Nextdoor, so it's kind of a quick a quick post, obviously, and not a lot of people are going to see it, and that's okay because this stuff will be recorded. So if people do want to register, they want to log in, they want to see what's going on, that's super cool. But if not, no big deal, right? That's just what it is. I didn't give a lot of notice for that. If you're part of any of my social medias or whatever, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Live, whatever it is, you'll kind of notice that you're seeing this. But if you had to register for this because you got it off some third-party site like Nextdoor.com, then you might not be here. But it will be recorded, and anyone who registers will get a copy of the video. So fair deal, right? But what Nextdoor.com really is it's kind of like Facebook for the the neighborhood, right? So you can see some stuff that's going on. People talking about Titan Solar, cool. People talk about dogs. You'll see some ads. This guy got a new golf cart through Costco. So you'll get posts left and right. You'll get people's animals. You'll get people talking about trash. You'll get people complaining about graffiti, which is a big deal. So you get some really cool updates with Nextdoor.com. Seems you're not a business owner, but you do live in a neighborhood or a community, even apartment complexes have Nextdoor.com. It might be worth kind of jumping into to log into your Nextdoor. That was crazy. Whoa. Log into your Nextdoor.com because you get to learn a lot about your neighborhood. You get to learn about the safety of it. You get to see kind of what your neighbors are up to. During holidays and 4th of July's and things like that, people will really kind of get on about fireworks. If there's vandalism in the area, people will post about it. So it's a really cool website to go to kind of know what your neighbors are up to and to learn about safety and some updates going on in your community. However, there are a lot of strange posts that you'll kind of get to, and there's a lot of ranting and soapboxing, things like that. And there's a whole terms of service that kind of goes into being a Nextdoor.com subscriber. But what a lot of people do is they use it to promote their small businesses, and there's a right and there's a wrong way to do that. When you're on actual Nextdoor.com and you're trying to do these things, it gets a little crowded, right? People kind of get to a point where they're they're just kind of spam posting their community, and that's not really the best thing to do because you'll get kicked off, right? You're not supposed to do that. There's rules to Nextdoor.com, and we can actually pull them up right here. Let me get them pulled up here. So Nextdoor.com. What's the right word? Community guidelines, right? And with the community guidelines, you can see that, be respectful to your neighbors, don't discriminate, discuss important topics in the right place, use your true identity, don't engage in harmful activity, things like that, right? But on the other side of things, there's, spam. Bam. So how to avoid, fraud, phishing, and spam. There's a lot of cool stuff, and we'll even kind of just put those in the chat here real quick so you can kind of get a copy of that. But, why was my account disabled? Well, there's probably a good reason. You're probably using a fake name or abusing your neighbors or, doing spam or things like that. So there's a lot of different reasons why you can get kicked off Nextdoor.com, and it's a bummer because, like I said, it's a really cool site to be on to learn more about your community and to, feel safe and be a part of it. And, with all the stuff that's been going on in the last couple years, community is really hard to come by. It's really hard to connect with our neighbors. If you want to do that type of thing, it's really hard to get into a position where you can, talk to your neighbors, and really just kind of connect with them. And it kind of gets to that situation where it's like, you don't want to get kicked off of the last ditch effort because we don't talk to our neighbors. Like we don't go door to door anymore. We don't have barbecues anymore. We barely have any potlucks, things like that. So we're always just looking for a way to connect. We're social people. We're social beings. Some of us aren't, and that's okay. But the idea there is, there's a whole, terms and community guidelines to use Nextdoor.com. So if you're a small business, this is for you because you don't want to come out of the gate and just start posting, stuff on your your neighbor's timeline, which they just updated the kind of the rules, and I want to find them for you because with the situation how they have it built out, there is actually really cool ways to do it. I want to find it here. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is it. So this is the community guidelines that were updated in August of 2022, apparently. There might be a newer version of this, but it does talk about commercial versus spam posts. And this is something that you might want to, kind of know about because spam is considered fraud or fundamentally different class of content than promotion of someone's business or service, and it's truly harmful to any community. Through the topic of spam, or though, sorry, topic of spam posts can be commercial nature. Spam posts differ from most commercial posts, and then it kind of goes on about that. So they do kind of talk about what changed and like the promote local commerce the right way. I think they meant to. Anyway, the right way guidelines will be removed. Oh, I see. Will be removed in the ability to report main feed posts or self-promotion. So I kind of took that away. So you can't really call it self-promotion anymore because it's not what it is. But the idea there is, I want to say it says, spam is unwanted, unsolicited, or repeated actions that negatively affect neighbors and communities. So it does talk about, we strongly encourage neighbors to use their business pages to share content from and about their business. It's not a violation of the guidelines if they post about their business in the feed to build their brand in the neighborhood. So you kind of can still post about your business in the community. They've kind of let up the leash a little bit to allow that, to make it happen. But what ends up really happening is the leads or the admins, whatever you want to call them, they're called leads on Nextdoor.com. They typically still report it. And neighbors, when they start to get a little ticked off with seeing your post 1,000 times about how you're a handyman and you're the best in the world, you get put in a position where you get kind of kicked off the site, and you don't want to do that because in nature, you're not trying to spam people. You're just trying to promote yourself. You're trying to boost your business in any way possible. And a lot of small businesses run into this problem where they're like, hey, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be put into a situation where, I want to promote my business, but then they get into the problem areas, which it's like, hey, like I can't do much about it. I got kicked off. I don't know what I did wrong. And you don't want to be put in that position because that just kind of stinks. So when you get into that area and into that gray area, you get kicked off, and you don't want to do that. So what we're going to talk about today is kind of how to shift that and how to use business pages the right way so you can actually post in your neighborhoods or your community in which you work, and really have some success doing it. So one of the things we'll do is we'll kind of start from scratch. Let me get to a position where I can actually do that. And what we'll do is we'll figure out why I can't pull up my screen here anymore. Sorry, I have to log out of this real quick. Well, I wanted to start from scratch, so let's do this real quick. Yeah, so we'll just start from scratch. So Nextdoor.com. If you don't have a Nextdoor.com page, this is how you're going to really want to set one up. And you have the ability. So whenever you get to the first page here, what you want to look into is basically, you can use your Google account. You can log in with, what up, Paris Brand? What's happening, brother? I hope you're doing well. Just showing people how to use Nextdoor.com. This might be beneficial to you, with solar and stuff, brother. I just did something for Fusion the other day. Showed them kind of this situation in a Zoom. So you might be able to kind of hit it up. But what we'll do is we'll want to set up email address, password, things like that, because this is going to get you a personal side of Nextdoor. The big thing you need to know is Nextdoor, like I said, it's a private thing. It's a secure thing. It's good for putting people in their communities that they live in. And so that's the most important part, is you have to live in the community in which you're registering. So you can't be here in Arizona, where I'm at, and say you live in Texas. It's not going to work. Nextdoor is not going to verify you that way because, like I said, it's a community-based, it's a community-based platform. So you have to actually be in the area. So it verifies where you live, and how they do that is they go through either your cell phone bill. They're not going to be intrusive about it, but basically you put in your phone number, and what it does is it looks up, and I think it takes up to 48 hours, but it looks up to kind of the billing that's on your cell phone, and then it's like, all right, is that the same address in which you're trying to register with? And if it is, then it'll let you in like automatically. It's pretty fast. But the 48-hour thing, 48 to 72 hours depending on the mail, is you can click on send me a postcard, and what it'll do is it'll mail you a postcard. It'll have a code on it. Use that code to verify your address, and you'll be in. But yeah, use your email, your password, set it up. It's just like any other account. It's very intuitive. It's not difficult to set up, but we can try to build that out and be put into a situation where we can kind of create a fake account. Not a fake account. It's not going to register me, but I wanted to kind of get you through the guidelines. But I already have an account, so I don't want to like use the same account. So I'm trying to remember the email that I give out to all the couponers. Here we go. And once you kind of put in your email there, it's going to ask you what your name is. So you can basically be like, yeah, my name's, we're going to say Josh, Taylor, whatever. It'll get to the point where it's like, hey, what's your street address? You can put an address. So it'll just say like 580 West McDowell Road. And this is no one's address. So it's not going to let me do anything with this. But we'll get to the position where it's like, all right, well, who are you? So it says verify. So enter your phone number to verify your account, like I talked about before. You get to a point where it's like, all right, well, text me the code, and it'll basically, try to verify you. So if you don't put in your cell phone, you can say verify another way. And what that's going to do is get you to the invite or the verification code. If you don't have one, you can skip it for now, but you won't be able to do any of the functionality that goes with it. So then you can say mail me the postcard or verify me by phone. And it'll get you to the position where it's like, all right, cool. Well, let's get you into the neighborhood, right? So that's how you'd want to do that. So that is kind of the first blockade that happens. So that's why we're going to keep on keeping on here, and get to a position where we can show you what it looks like once you log back into the situation, which is pretty cool. So this is what it looks like once you log back into the site, the platform, Nextdoor.com. Again, you can see all these posts that your neighbors are up to. Super cool, super great, super awesome, super fantastic. Give them a like, give them a thumbs up, whatever you want to do. But the first thing you do is just very simply, we'll just kind of walk through the platform. And we're not gonna make this long at all. If you're seeing this from Nextdoor, you already know this part, so go get a coffee or something. I don't know. It's 9 o'clock at night. You can discover and kind of see what's happening in your area just kind of by the most recent posts. Create an event, create a party, do whatever you want to do, right? But this is for small businesses, so we want to kind of jump to the next level, which is the business page, right? So I've already created a few business posts. I was just doing this as an example earlier to kind of show people kind of what's up, but we'll do it again kind of here. So under your little kind of corner piece, you can get to the point where it's like, all right, let me you click on your face because you set up your profile by now. Like I said, it's very, very intuitive. It's very easy. It's very simple. So you'll click on your little profile, the corner. It'll pop up this drop down. You can join groups. I recommend the first thing you do, actually, before you even start building a business page, is find all the small business groups. So you can type in small business. And you see small business owners, 448 members, small business owners, this one, grow your small business, join, home and business HVAC talk. And so you can just kind of join some stuff. And this is a good place to kind of start to talk about your business. So groups are super cool. They're super okay. You're allowed to do whatever you want in them to a certain extent. If you want to get political, go to the groups. That's where you'll be safe. But anyway. And you can also create your own group. But in the other sense, though, once you click on your little face in the corner here, you can do a drop down and say, hey, add business page. You can click on that and kind of see what it does. Oops. Don't know what it did there. Logged me out. That's weird. There we go. So basically, once you click on your face or whatever, it's going to basically bring you up to this. How do you want to manage this page? You can create a different email address if you want to, if you have a business email that you can use, or you can use the one that you signed up nextdoor.com with. In this case, we're going to kind of click on that. Then the next thing you want to do is type in what your business name is. So if you have a business that's like, your actual one, so like an AC company, or if you're a dog walking company, or you're a house cleaning company, whatever it is, use your actual legitimate business name, because you're going to need to verify your business in most cases to start doing posts. If you get into a situation, though, where it's like it just knows that you're working out of your house, so you put in your actual home address for your business page, it should verify you off the bat. But if it doesn't, that's no big deal. I'm going to walk you through kind of how to do the verification. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a, I'm going to use my parents' address. Well, actually, what we'll do is we'll kind of create the business page first. So you type in there is, we'll just say like, super happy pups, pup cleaning. I don't know. Sounds weird. Pup. We'll just say like pooper, scooper, picker upper. And hopefully these people are the one to, pick up dog poop. That sounds like a good business name for that. So the street address you'll put in there. We'll just make up an address here. Let's see if like 950 North Dysart Road works. And again, we're doing this so it doesn't verify us. Select your category. Let's see, dog. Dog groomer. Dog. Hot dog joint. That sounds great. I want a hot dog. How about animal? Animal control? That doesn't sound right. Let's go with pet. No, not pest. I don't think you can do poop. Cleaning. Let's say it's house cleaning service. So put in your topics or whatever, your business categories, because whenever people start to search for things on nextdoor.com, they're gonna be like, hey, how do I need a dog groomer, I need a dog walker, I need this, I need that, I need the other thing. You can put it in there. And if you're a solar guy, you can put it in solar power service, energy efficiency, right? If you're a realtor, you can put in realtor. Actually, you can't. You put a real estate agent. If you're, a handyman, I think handyman's an option. Yep, handyman's an option. So whatever your business is, there's probably a topic for you, and then there's also aids resources. So if you're into that industry, they have one there for you. So we'll claim the page and see where it takes us. You'll add your logo. We're going to skip that for now. Your email, your contact number, your website, your URL, things like that. You can say, no, just put me on. Only contact me through nextdoor.com. You can skip to that part. Word of mouth, you can ask for recommendations from your neighbors. If you click on that, I'm not exactly sure what happens. All right, so it lets you pull up your email. So you can kind of just send it out to your people. Pretty cool. And we'll show you how to get the link a little bit later too. So you can skip all that for now. It's going to create your business page. And once it loads, it'll pop up here. And it'll give you kind of a little walk down or a little run through like how to get through it. So you can read through that, but you can promote your business page through ads. These are paid ads. But we're doing the free version today. Notifications and things like that. So as people kind of build out your situation, you can see, really what's what. Go to your profile though. You can skip all this for now. You can see a pretty cool demo of what your page looks like. It's pretty basic right now, so you just go to edit, and it'll kind of give you the lowdown on how to do ads and stuff. They really want you to buy ads, and I don't think you should do that. Just a personal thing. A lot of people don't see a lot of great feedback from the paid ad version of this. You might with your industry. I know a lot of people I work with in solar, a lot of realtors, they don't really see the return on investment for paid ads, which is okay. But kind of do it at your own limit. We'll show you what the ads look like. However, just for today, we're going to do the free stuff. So you can click here, set up your logo, set up your cover photo, your business name. We'll even throw an LLC in there just because. We won't. Who wants to see LLC in there? We will say we forgot an S. So once you click away from that, it'll automatically save and update your names and all that fun stuff. You can take off your address off the profile if you want to. That's okay. It's really up to you, whatever you want to do. Add a bunch of photos, your story, add more categories if you forgot to whenever you were setting up before. So, it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple to set up a page, right? And we're going to leave it blank for now just because, I don't want to get too much into that. I'm trying to respect everybody's time. But the next thing you want to do is you can go to the ads. We'll skip that because that's the paid version of it. I don't want to do it. Post, though, is where you're going to want to live, right? So what ends up happening is I'm not exactly sure what the range is, but let's kind of figure that out together. How far do free Nextdoor post business posts? Business go. And they just changed this. I'm trying to find the one that's like more recent. Let's kind of see what this looks like. So, I don't know if it's going to actually say. So it used to be events are 10-mile radius. So it's like the best way to reach more customers is through ads, which is the paid version. Ads can reach neighbors up to 30 miles of your business. You can access our advertising tools from these buttons here. But I want to know where the free version goes. It doesn't really tell you here, does it? They just changed it, and I think it's a lot smaller of a distance. So I just want to verify, see if we can't get that number. So it says immediate neighbors of the business. So I'm not exactly sure what that radius would look like. I just don't know. Also, people who like your page will see all your updates. So if someone in Colorado likes your page because you're just a nationwide company, but you're stationed in Arizona, as long as they like your page, they'll be able to see all your posts and keep updated with you. If you have customers that are across the state, get them to like your page. That way your updates go to them. But it looks like neighbors within a 10-mile radius of an event can see the full list of events. When a neighbor RSVPs to an event, they'll be notified. The additional event will be viewed by the neighbors in the post tab. So it doesn't really give you the exact area. But what it does say is it's the immediate neighbors are the ones who get to see it, right? So super cool. Yeah. So that's just how we're going to answer that question. So set up your page and make it look sexy, but let's see what it does for me. Because I'm already verified as a real page, so it's going to let me verify this page too. But in some cases, when you say create a post, it's going to say, hey, you got to verify your page to do that. In this situation, what's going to happen is all my immediate neighbors in 950 North Dysart Road, Goodyear, Arizona. If that's someone's house, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to blast you out there. I mean, addresses are public. I didn't name your names or whatever. But yeah, you can just kind of post there. So in this case, like today and today only, we are picking up your dog doo-doo for free. Hit us in the DMs. Okay. Right. And I mean, you can have fun with it and just be like, you know, uh, dog poop company. Gotta poop AZ. I like that one. Let's save the image. So we are going to create a fake company for a second, just to kind of build this out, because I want it to be fun. Pick another one up. Yeah, this one. Perfect. And I'll report back to you how many people actually, you know, want this free offer to pick up dog crap. So I'm building out the page right now. I decided I want to look real. So we're going to call this one Pooper Scooper Picker Uppers. Cool. And so when you go to your post, you can kind of see what that looks like. So Pooper Scooper Picker Uppers. Today and today only, we're picking up your dog's doo-doo for free. Hit us up in the DMs. And there's a picture of a guy picking up dog poop. And so we've done it. We've made it happen. It's super great. It's super successful. It's super awesome. The people in your direct community of this business page can see that, and you haven't broken any rules to do that. So a lot of people, for some reason, they stick to the personal side of things. They don't really do the right thing when it comes to, you know, kind of setting this thing up. It's a free tip. This isn't anything revolutionary. I'm literally just doing this to test out this streaming thing on all my platforms. But I thought I might as well give some free value out there to people who actually do have small businesses that might want to know a little bit more about this. In all reality, though, yeah, Nextdoor is a really cool place because let's kind of go back to the personal side of things, and I'll show you kind of how the consumers can see your business. So in this case, look, this guy hasn't posted in years, and he's going to post something about sriracha. Cool. But in the search bar here, I mean, you could be like, you know, I need a handyman. So you just click on the first thing that says handyman, and you can see kind of some sponsored posts here. A lot of people just kind of scroll down, but you can see the businesses in the area. So I'm not sure if we can find Pooper Scooper Picker Uppers, but maybe we can. I don't know if I made it too far away from my direct community. West Valley Pooper Scoopers, Arrowhead Pooper Scoopers, Trail Bombs. That's a funny name. I like that one. Let's just go with like nearest. Barrow's Pizza. I guess Barrow's Pizza made the list for Pooper Scoopers. I don't know why that would be. That's kind of funny though. But anyway, so the point is, like, you could find whatever you want to. So we'll just say, what's a good industry we could look into? Dentist, right? And so you can see you have the all, so it shows some businesses. It shows neighbors with similar names to dentist. It shows events. It shows some for sale stuff. It shows people's posts. So you can break that down by piece. You can be like, hey man, I just want to know who's recommending their dentist. So you go to posts. This person says, hello, I've been here for Arizona for half a year. Let's kind of click on their post and see what it looks like. Yeah, I've been here for half a year. I usually go to the dentist every 6 months. I haven't gone since we moved here. It's the wrong sense. That's okay. Whatever. So this person's like, yeah, Gentle Family Dentistry is a good go-to, right? We'll get to a point where, see, someone actually did the right thing, the smart thing as a consumer, and this is what you want your customers to do for you as much as possible. So share your page as much as you can with your customers, because their word of mouth is what's going to get you the biggest exposure on nextdoor.com. And the more that people like your stuff, the more people are going to see it. So you don't have to just be in your little box community where your location is, right? So say that Dysart location was a hard building for Pooper Scoopers R Us or whatever our company was called. You get into the position where it's like, all right, well, cool. These people who live out in Avondale or Glendale or even Gilbert, right, Arizona, they've been to my business, they've used my service. Now that they've liked my stuff, they can see all of our updates, they can see our coupons, they can see our promotions, whatever we're doing in the community, they can see that stuff versus that small, tight-knit area. So that's how you really expose or get exposure and do the best you can with, the Nextdoor business pages. You need word of mouth, but that's really to just get you kind of more visibility. Your posts are ultimately going to be what's going to attract your customers and get you business. But as your neighbors kind of recommend stuff, be like, hey, just throw in like, I don't know if I can do it from the bottom here, and it's not going to make a lot of sense, but at Pooper McPooperson. I don't think it's a real person. Don't make a fake name. I don't know how that person hasn't been blocked yet. I don't think Pooper Scooper will pop up because I don't even like my own page. But in this case, I mean, I could probably write like dentist. But yeah, I could put at dentist. So I can be dentistry at Greenway, whatever. And you can tag a business there. I don't want to give them. Man, I think I saw chemistry in here already. Sundance Dental. Never mind, that wasn't it. So we'll just give these people a free little like here real quick. You can go from there. But what you can do is when you tag a business in a comment, it actually shows up on the business page. When people click on that business page, they actually can see your visibility. So this is another way to get that word of mouth out there to get you more exposure. I've never been to this place, so they're going to be super stoked that now they have an additional like. I'll be nice to them. I'll just give them a favorite. I don't care. And then once you click on favorite, you can leave a review. Be like, never been here. But here you go. I'm not going to leave that because that's going to make the business look like. But we'll give them the free little visibility too. And what's neat is now that this business has been tagged in that post, they can actually respond to my comment and answer some questions in that. So that's another way to kind of get your business into multiple communities. Is as more people tag you, as more of your customers refer you, as more word of mouth is happening, the more you can get into these comment sections because of your customers and your legitimate customer base. The more you can see kind of what they're talking about. So someone, for this example, instead of me just saying their business name, I'd be like, these guys were great. They did my fillings and they told me that I look great and that didn't hurt my feelings. Haha, right? Then they'd be like, hey, Jordan, you still owe us a lot of money. You walked out on our bill, bro. Like, we gave you 19 caps in your teeth because you're addicted to chocolate. And you went through chemo and your teeth fell out and you owe us money, right? And then I'd be like, oh, shoot, they got me. But the point is they can comment with my comment and get to a position where it's like, hey, like, you can see the community. Or someone's like, hey, man, does anyone know a good dentist? I'm having a lot of problems with the roof of my mouth. It's bleeding. Do dentists cover that? And then someone could be like, at Dentistry of Arizona Surprise. And now Dentistry of Arizona Surprise could be like, hey, that's a really bad thing that's happening to your mouth right now. And here's the medical reasoning why that's happening. You should stop into any dentist ASAP and get that going. So you've just built some knowledge. You've built some value in that little community, and you've built up your business. So to kind of recap this a little bit, because we'll just stop at 9:30. But, create a personal page. So one, you know what's going on in your neighborhood. You know what's going on in your community. just the basics of nextdoor.com, right? And then get to a position where it's like, all right, well, let me build my business page now because I don't want to spam post my community. You can do onesies and twosies, be like, hey, I'm Jordan. I'm a business consultant. This is what I do. I help people build their small businesses, or, hey, I'm a solar guy. I help people save money on their power bill, or, hey, my name is Jordan. I'm a green realtor. I help people, sell and buy green energy homes, energy efficient homes, things like that. So just kind of put yourself out there, make a little bit of a brand, but don't be like, today only, go and get your pooper scooper picker uppers free tonight, and then do that 1,000 times, because you will get kicked off the platform, and that's not good for your business because then you lose a bunch of exposure. But this is a really cool thing for handymen, for electricians, for drywallers, for lawn care people, for pool cleaners, that you live in a community where your neighbors can be your customers. You don't want to abuse that. You don't want to be put into a situation where things suck. So what you want to do is play it by the rules, right? And so you could just simply Google, nextdoor.com community guidelines, nextdoor.com spam, nextdoor.com business guidelines. Very simple. You know how to use Google. If you're here and you're watching this, and congratulations, you've already advanced yourself to the next level of anything. But create the personal page. That's super awesome. And then get to a position where it's like, okay, cool. Let me create my business page. Set that up. Get verified if you have to. It didn't ask us to verify. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I've already done 100 different business pages in these examples. So it's like, all right, you keep verifying things. We're gonna trust you. But if it does ask you to verify, all you have to do is give it just an article of incorporation, your business license, a bank statement that has your business name on it. Something very simple. You send that to Nextdoor. I don't know what country or what state or what city it goes to, but someone verifies it within 48 hours, and then your business is live, ready to roll, and you have unlimited business posts, up on deck. So you get to the business side of things, you set up your account, you run businesses, run business posts. You can put events out there, you can put polls out there, you can talk to your neighbors, your community, wherever your business is located. We'll just call it a 10-mile radius. There's no official number from what we saw. And then you get to a position where, all right, cool, let me get word of mouth out there. So you email your link out to people. And let's show you what that kind of looks like, actually, how to share your page. So we'll go back to Pooper Scooper Picker Uppers. And when you go to your page, you can manage your ads. You can go to your settings. But all you got to do is find this little share button on your top button here. And you can email it out to people. You can text it. You can Facebook it. You can WhatsApp it. You can Twitter it, or just copy the link. It'll copy it to your clipboard automatically, and then you can share that on your Facebook. You'd be like, hey, please, share my stuff. Know that I'm awesome. If you want to, you can kind of promote yourself as well, just by going to your personal page. Post it on your timeline, very simply, just like, hey. Let that load for a second, so I'll show you how to clean it up a little bit on your posts. So now you can see that Pooper Scooper Picker Upper Goodyear is located at the bottom. You can now delete that link or that URL in the type and be like, would you mind giving my small business like? A little goes a long way. And we'll post it. And if you have groups, you can pick one at a time to post it. You can see I'm in a lot of groups here. So we'll just put it in Small Business Connect, and it'll go on my main timeline, and we'll post it. And I'd be interested to know if people will just give it a free like. That'd be great. It's not a real company, so that'd be strange. But when someone clicks on the link, it'll open up a new window, and it'll go to your Nextdoor business page, and they can give it a favorite. They can message it. They can leave a recommendation, and it's all good stuff for you, and it looks really, really, really awesome, and you get put into a position where just things are just exciting and happy, right? But that's really the nuts and bolts of just setting up a basic Nextdoor page. The idea there is I like small businesses. I love them. I love seeing them thrive. Every year I do 12 months of free small business startups. Every month I spend a good amount of time helping people, set up their small business from start to finish. If they have any problems, like they're like, hey, I've been running this thing as a sole proprietor and I haven't done my taxes in 6 years. I help them find an accountant, and hopefully it's another small business accountant who's trying to set up, because I like that networking going on there. But I do have a verified list of vendors. If you want to, you can join my Eco Network. It's called EcoGem Network. What we do is we basically just promote small businesses. What I can do is I can actually post the link to the small business group here from nextdoor.com. And what we do is we like to help people. We like to post people and help them thrive into a situation where it's like, all right, cool. Like, let's get you out there. Let's get your community to know who you are, right? So every month I pick one business and I focus on them for 1 month, and then I move on to the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. I do it 100% free. So we put them in positions where it's like, hey, let's get you some exposure. Hey, let's get you some new leads. Hey, let's get you your recommendations that you need. Hey, let's set up your accounting the correct way. Hey, let's make sure your corporate structure is set up the right way. Are you an LLC? Do you make this much money? Do you need to become an S Corp? Things like that. And we set you up with the right type of people to make that make sense. A big thing we also do is advanced marketing. We show you social media skills, things how you can use and leverage Facebook, Instagram, nextdoor.com, but for very, very, very small ad budgets. We teach you how to get put into a position where you can basically build audiences that are well-defined, that you don't have to spend a bunch of money on cold marketing. We're not going to talk about that here. We're not going to do anything crazy there. What I do recommend, though, is just like that nextdoor.com group. Request to join it. For some reason, they locked it. I think when we set it up, we accidentally said private group. So anyone that comes through, we automatically approve you. It's private, but it's good. But we kind of converted it over to a situation where it's like, all right, we're going to talk small business in the group. We're going to promote each other in the group. And then we're going to show you how to brand that out. So this video will be posted in that group. It'll be a saved video. It'll be recorded. Or it'll be the recording of this video, and I hope it makes sense. But again, my name is Jordan Tackman, your friend in real estate, business, and in solar. I'm always here to help you guys. I hope you guys got something out of this. I know it was spur of the moment. If you guys got the link to this all of a sudden and it didn't make any sense to you, that's totally fine. I totally understand that. This was more for me to test kind of this broad spectrum platform, and hopefully kind of catch some onesies and twosies of people who want to learn a little bit more about how to just boost your small business for free. So if this made some sense to you, that's awesome. I really hope that it did. Just know that you're loved, you're blessed, and you matter. And I think your small business can thrive if you just do the right things and you stay ethical and you really work at it every single day. You can really just kind of live the life that you want, and you can be happy and have your own independence and your own freedom in business, like I have with my many, many, many entities, to where I'm in the position where I can actually just help people for free. And it's a true, honest, great blessing that I live in. But again, my name is Jordan Tackman. If you have any questions, guys, you can find me on Instagram at JTSellsAZ, or just see the next video there. But I hope you guys got something out of this. Again, stay blessed and have a great night. Have a good weekend. I know it's Thursday, but whatever. Take care.